What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. Hey, we've been putting this one up. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Nightwish Army. Can't lie about it. I've been putting it up because why? Highly combustible doesn't normally react to reactors, reacting to anything because it's kind of weird. I've always viewed it as kind of weird. But Ronnie has beaten me up multiple times about it. Even though I have left a comment on this video because the very first one that she dropped, I got spoofed. I got lied to. I went to the link and it said there was a floor reacting to Ghost Love Score, and it wasn't really that. Like, we all got punked at one point. Let's jump into it. Let's check it out together. Hey, Siri, this is, I've heard, is the really real Floor reacting to it. So let's see what she has to say about herself and Ghost Love Score. Let's go. Shout out to Ronnie. Shout out to the Nightwish Army. Shout out to the Night Dreamers Reactor Side Discord. I'll leave the link to their Discord down below. Definitely go check it out. If you're not in there, you're missing out.
Hello and welcome to this reaction to a reaction video. It's maybe a new concept, but it would be really weird, I think, to react to a song I did myself. However,
see, she feels the same way as me. I feel weird reacting to other reactors.
A new concept, but it would be really weird, I think, to react to a song I did myself. However, I'd like to let you know I've been enjoying a lot of the reaction videos out there. I think it's great that Ghost Love Score was picked up by the masses, really.
Masses.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you my personal insight behind this song. Now, I'm not going to run through the whole thing like in a regular video, because what am I going to say? Oh yeah, I remember doing this or that, or yeah, you know, it's me doing this with, of course, my brothers in arms in Nightwish. So I'd like to kind of give you a bit of the technical behind the story kind of thing, and maybe a couple of memories that pop up. We're going to listen to Ghost Love Score version of Wacken Open Air. So that was 2013.
You picked a good version to react to.
Quite a few years ago, but as far as I know, it's one of your favorites. So that's why we go through this song. And I'm not going to start right from the beginning. I'm going to start where I start singing. And well, I'll be reacting a little bit to that. There we go. And go drinking his beer. Okay. First of all, Wacken Open Air. 80,000 people in front of me. Yeah, I was a bit nervous. It was one of the biggest things that I've ever done, and at that time, the biggest thing. I knew we were recording it. Yeah, the pressure was so humongous, and it was fantastic to just come out on stage and feel like the music just took over and we were going to play this song. And, you know, of course, this was towards the end. The whole show was just magic, and I'm still so proud of how this song turned out. Now, in this very beginning, you have all the excitement that comes with this song, the anticipation of it. Now we're going to do it. But still, I need to sing quite little. I can't just, Wah! It has to be delicate. So that would
like
be
a fairy. She does that very well.
To kind of get all those feelings into singing the right words and with the right emotion without overdoing it. And yeah, that comes with a lot of control, both up here as physically, because I don't want it to sound too massive. It needs to start delicate and light. And from there we go into this part.
Floor from reactor to reactor. I'm just going to go ahead and throw this out there. There's a lot of Nightwishers out there that hate it when you stop too much because you're ruining the vibe. I'm just kidding. I love what she said.
Well, there I really go into this operatic voice without making it too round, too operatic. It's a bit of a lighter touch of like the head voice, which I found very fitting to the song. Of course, in the original that's also used, but I've been trying to give different kinds of colors to the different emotions and part of the story in this song. And so here I try to not make it too operatic, but with a nice touch there.
This is a very cool way to see kind of how Flora took a song and painted her own version of it, maybe. How she foresaw it going, how she kind of made minor changes here and there to make it more powerful. I like that. Definitely love behind the scenes straight from the person that did like the singing. Yeah.
And yeah, for me, this is one of the favorite parts of the song, really. It's yeah, it just gives me the goosebumps to sing it. You can even see it in the beginning where I just close my eyes and let it come out. It's a joy to sing. We continue. I just love the way that Empu comes by and just touches everybody in a small little gesture.
That was one of the things that we saw definitely when we reacted to it, because I don't know what it is. It's almost like them reassuring each other that, hey, you're awesome. That's kind of how I view the whole touching on the stage thing. Like, there's most certainly, we know from all of the Nightwish that we've seen, from all of the stories from the fans, from everybody, that there is a huge camaraderie there. Like family style camaraderie between them. And I think it's awesome that they would go around like that and kind of, hey, you're doing a great job. Hey, keep it up. That kind of thing is needed sometimes.
Comes by and just touches everybody in a small little gesture.
Yeah.
That's something you don't rehearse. That's nothing not made. That just happens. And that vibe and feeling it's very precious. Actually, in the singing way, it continues in a delicate balance between expression and not too heavy singing. So I want to really tell the story and use a lot of dynamics and shifts in vocal styles and types to color, as you hear. And maybe also that the second time that these long notes come over the choir part, I start singing a little bit stronger. And a little bit less operatic, until I go towards the end to the blue memory where I really power up a little bit to then put the brakes back on and just slide into the next tiny part that comes now.
Siren from the deep came to me and sang my name, my Lord. Still I write my songs about the dream of life, worth everything I may ever be. The child will be born again, that siren carried him to me.
Oh.
First of them true loves, sitting on the shoulder of an angel without care for love alone.
Oh, sorry, I'm put to just stop the solo.
That is the most egregious offense that you could possibly make as a reactor, is to stop the guitar solo. Unless maybe it's for a taco. But I think Impu will be okay with it. I think Impu's going to forgive her. I think it's really, really awesome to see her kind of seeing herself, because there's a lot of people out there that hate myself included. Like, I really don't like hearing my own videos, seeing my own videos, hearing myself through the mic. A lot of people say, oh, you have a great voice. There's a lot of people out there that don't like the sound of their voice, that don't like the way that they come across, that don't like seeing themselves on camera. I've grown used to it the longer that we've done reactions, the more comfortable that I've gotten in front of this camera that I consider my friend. But there's a lot of people out there that will never do this, that will never sit in front of themselves and either critique or give you some sort of insight as into what was going on. And when you think about the amount of insight that she's given us, it really shows the thought process and the amount of just effort, sheer effort that goes into Nightwish songs.
Wonderful to see the crowd also. I mean, I'm reacting to what I'm singing, but I'm also reacting to how you guys were out there in the audience, just feeling it with me. That interaction, despite the huge distance that we have on huge festivals like Wacken, where, yeah, there's a big part of me in front of me of stage, and then there's a barrier and security. And yeah, then thanks to the cameras, you can actually see even more, see how everybody's feeling it, because this song is feeling its emotion and
yeah, it's emotion. 100%.
What I also noticed that's maybe funny to tell is that throughout the years, I did start singing it a little bit different as I did in 2013. Different nuances. It's small things really, but the biggest thing for me in telling the story of this part of the song is constantly playing between the dynamics, a little bit fuller voice, more chest voice, more light head voice, and really try to speak the words so you hear what I'm saying without exaggerating so that it becomes just technical. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to that, this song is really challenging, and that's also why it's cool to react to this and go through the whole thing with you guys. If I may go back in time with you, 2003.
We're gonna jump inside the teleporter. Before she does that, I gotta say, like, it's kind of cool. That's one of the things that I admire about Nightwish, is that every single performance is unique in some way, shape, or form because of the different little nuances that they throw in, or because of the new things that they decide to try to see if it'll make things better. I think that's freaking fantastic. I think everybody should do that. It should never be a cookie cutter concert performance. It should always be something new. It should always be something like, wow, I didn't see that coming, but I really liked it. Like that kind of feeling.
13, first time Wacken open air with Nightwish. I already told you I was really, really, really nervous, but I have very fond memories of just being there, and the enthusiasm of the audience and the way that everything just came together on that stage that night. I think you can still feel it in the video of this song and in our DVD made.
Every single reactor that has ever reacted to that song has felt it.
And I will cherish that forever. I'm so grateful that there is such a, you know, memory of this. It's immortalized, as I said it on stage, like it is. Okay, we just jump over the beautiful instrumental and continue.
Did she say we're gonna jump over the beautiful instrumental floor? You're making all kinds of reactor mistakes. Oh, it never gets old,
All right,
ever.
More expression, more power. It repeats itself twice, and it builds up. Instrumentally, there's a difference between the first and the second time, and also vocally, I want to emphasize that dynamic change. But
I like that she said that instrumentally and vocally, there's a difference. Now that makes you want to go back and listen so you can catch all of the little changes that there are.
And the second time, and also vocally, I want to emphasize that dynamic change by, well, powering up even more. And yeah, it just has this really nice groove and feel to it that's really, yeah, I want to pick that up in the vocals too. And yeah, we continue into the next part.
Oh God.
All right, that was a little bit of heavy opera
It's just strange to have a floorgasm in front of floor.
singing
'Cause
along with the choir.
It feels strange.
And a very expressive, almost theatrical. Okay. The dog just sat on the light. All right, a little
I like that her animal is messing around with her at the same time my animal is messing around. Okay, here we
bit
go.
of opera, very dramatic, very almost theatrical part in the song where expression and power just needs to be there. And yeah, you can really feel that the whole song is building up. I'm shifting from a very strong operatic voice to a full chest voice or belting voice. Before I continue talking about this particular version of Ghost Love Score, I have to take you back in time before this actually was recorded, and to how the ending of the song came to be, because it was a spontaneous thing. I don't know if I must have told you in an interview here or there, but before I joined Nightwish, this was already one of my favorite songs, and I always heard things in the end that I kind of sang along. If I ever sang along with a song, it kind of freestyled into that direction of what it became. And as soon as I started to get more comfortable on stage and knowing the songs with Nightwish, I started to kind of freestyle during the rehearsals during the day, or like with sound checks and stuff. And at some point I just went for it. And I didn't do that before because I didn't feel comfortable enough with what I was doing myself. Nobody was holding me back or anything. But as soon as I started, you know, freestyling, the rest of the band was like, that's kind of cool. We can try that tonight on the show. And so I did. And one of the first times I really sang it was in South America with that first tour we did together. And it just exploded. Everybody loved it, and it sort of fell into place, and it became my own version of the song as a natural development into this song. And I know now, many years later, it really became such a thing that, you know, Ghost Love Scores for always on our set list. And I think that's super cool. So we'll continue into the 2013 version of the Wacken show. Once again, a lot of different voices are used. It's powerful opera on those ha ha ha. To get the timing right was a little bit of practicing, because you really, really want to just do that right. And now it's just embedded in my system. But powerful opera needs to be pushed out immediately. And from that energy back into Redeem Me, it's almost a little bit low for me, like below where my power is in my voice. And it shouldn't be powered, so it needs to have that exact dynamics without it sounding too thin. And then once again, building up towards the end where it's just a full belt that kind of introduces that last part that became so famous. Let's write that one out.
Let's write it out. Hey, listen, we never had the Woojer when we listened to this the first time, but damn it, if this bass doesn't sink right to your soul, let's go. I like her conducting herself.
I can really miss this stuff. Damn. Yeah, there's something about that note that just...
It's magical as hell.
I always feel it. Always. How often I may hear it or sing it, it just... Oof.
That's badass. I like this. Even she feels it. When the singer can feel it, that damn note, I can't tell you how many times that note has brought me to some other plane of emotion, whether it's tears, whether it's just extreme happiness, and whatever it is, no matter how many times you listen to the song, that fucking note is the one that will send you over the edge. And I'm glad to know that she feels it too, because that's awesome. Like, you know how much she put into it if she feels it too. I'm getting all choked up and shit off the note already.
I kind of visualized, because in the beginning I keep it a little bit smaller, and then on that long note I build it up full force opera with everything I have, and then comes the tricky part to switch from that operatic voice on the same height to a full belting voice. That I personally always find a little bit exciting, because you really want to have it right. You don't want the voice to kind of... And of course, when the high note comes, it needs to come. It's only cool when it's really there. And I'm no machine, so it doesn't just always happen. But I do remember one show in particular. We have some DVD material from that. That was in Colombia. We played a show there, and we were going to record everything for DVD. We recorded a lot of it, but I became sick, and my voice was basically gone. During the day I had high fevers and my whole body was basically shutting down, and yeah, it was really like, let's see how it's going to be, because if you can barely stand without feeling like that of the fever, then how are you going to perform a 2-hour show? And there's something that just happens. Troy in our band calls it Dr. Theater. That comes up. That and a bunch of pills to, you know, suppress the fever and all of that, made us go on stage. And then the energy, of course, of the crowd, I started to feel much better. That didn't magically fix my voice, though. It was still having a hard time with especially with the high belting notes. So this song was really like, let's see how it's going to be like. And this belting note in the end is basically one of the highest stuff that I have to belt out. So, and it's at the very end of the show. So you're always already tired of doing everything else, and you still have to have enough to have it, which is extra hard when you're sick. But it felt like my body just knew what to do. And as soon as this note came, it just said, yes, I can do this. And there it was, as powerful as it would have been when I'm not sick. And it felt like, wow, I don't know where that comes from in my body, but yeah, it's a really fond memory of, yeah, just getting this out even under more challenging circumstances. So yeah, it's wonderful to see how this note just came out, and how it just puts a spell on everybody in the crowd. It has something special. The way this song just builds up and continues after that.
Everybody that's listened to it will say the same.
On that note, I'm gonna thank you for watching this reaction video. I really, really look forward to performing this live for you guys. But we still have a pandemic to sit out, so let's keep our sanity for a little while longer and our good health. In just a little while, we have this Nightwish virtual show coming up, and
I was there. It was amazing.
as we are preparing, I can tell you it's going to be as magical as Nightwish
It was
can be.
definitely magical.
I really think it's going to be something special, and I hope we can meet each other at least virtually there. And well, until next time, though, in the real life, on a real stage with Ghost Love Score, thank you for watching and take care. Bye.
There you have it, everybody. Get over it. Show Floor Jansen some love. Go show Nightwish some love. Floor reacting to herself in Ghost Love Score. The fact that she can feel that note too tells you that there's something most certainly magical about it. Every single person out there that has listened to this song, no matter how many times, it will punch you right in the feels. I definitely know that feeling. Shout out to the Nightwish Army. Shout out to the Night Dreamers React inside Discord. Shout out to Ronnie for the request. Smash the like button if you liked it, the dislike button, but I won't believe you. Check out the other video over here. Until the next one, highly combustible. You guys be happy, healthy, safe. I love you to the moon and back. Peace.